Anytime I hear or see anybody make a statement like that, it always brings me back to 2011 CM Punk's pipe bomb. You're a millionaire that could have been a billionaire. And don't get me wrong, Vince McMahon eventually did become a billionaire. But the point CM Punk was trying to make is basically you could have been a billionaire way sooner, you're just in your own way. And personally, I don't think a better representation of that, at least in modern times, modern era, would be basically the character of Roman Reigns. Now, everybody is in love and familiar with OTC Roman Reigns. He literally has basically stone cold aura, at least for this generation, this era of wrestling, because as soon as his music hits, as soon as those drums hits, everybody in the crowd is throwing up their ones and saying OTC, OTC. He doesn't even have to be there sometimes. It just depends on the opponent that he's facing. If he's even mentioned or if his opponent is coming out, they're going to shout OTC at them. But for wrestling fans who were there from the beginning of the character of Roman Reigns when he was in the Shield and when the Shield broke up and when everybody went to do their own solo thing, a lot of people remember Roman Reigns. And in fact, if you want to say, this character and everything involved with this character, and especially head writers and creative, is the catalyst to wrestling today in the cases of CM Punk eventually returning and AEW actually being a company. If you want to, it technically dates back to 2014 Royal Rumble, which then evolved into 2015 Royal Rumble, which basically all involves this guy right here and everything involving him, whether he liked it or not. During that time period, people did not want to see Big Dog Roman Reigns. People were actively booing him. At least during this era of his character. For the fans, he represented everything that they hated of Vince McMahon and WWE at the time. He was a copy and paste version of John Cena, just a bland hero babyface. Now, granted, he didn't have the same Cena wins lull memes about him, but there were at points where he was shoved in the main event and you can see people actively going against it. WrestleMania 31, his one-on-one match with Brock Lesnar, because of fan reception, got turned into a triple threat and the heist of the century thanks to Seth Rollins. I think it happened again at WrestleMania 34. And sure, at least at the time, people were willing to go with Roman Reigns just to get the title off Brock Lesnar. But again, Vince McMahon's gonna Vince McMahon and had Brock Lesnar win the championship still at the main event and still actively make people mad. It really wasn't until 2020 where he became OTC Roman Reigns and teamed up with Paul Heyman to eventually form the Bloodline. But basically, a long prime example on how you could have made money a long time ago if you would have just switched up the character.